Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm in my car. I know you remember them times. Right now I am sitting in a parking lot of, back there is Ulta. I don't know if you can see. I just did some errands. I left my kids, my kids, I have one kid. I still have one child, one. I left his blanket thing that they nap on at home, so I brought that to him. And then I just went out and just, you know, filling in the time until I pick him up again, because it doesn't make any sense to go all the way back home. I'm just enjoying the day. It's been a while. I don't even know where to start. The last thing I told y'all, I was sitting in my car crying about the fact that you know, it was hard. I don't even remember what the whole video was, but I just know that I was saying like it was hard, and he was 6 weeks old. He was crying all the time. I'm not sure if I've discovered, I think I did because it happened 3 weeks in. I discovered that he had like a milk allergy, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. I have far surpassed that time. It will be 4 in July now, and I couldn't ask for a better child. He's a handful, and a handful in the best way though. Like, not a handful. He's not whiny. He's not a brat. He's not one of those tantrum kids. He's a handful in the best way, meaning like he always wants to help. He always wants to do things. He wants to help with the dishes. He wants to help with the laundry. He wants to help to sweep. He wants to help clean. He wants to help build things, like, because Lamar is, you know, into building things and stuff like that. He wants to help build things. He wants to help take out the trash. Like, he is such a good little helper. But y'all know, especially if you have kids, like, sometimes, baby, we don't need your help. You slow us down more than you help a little bit, especially at 3. And so, although I am grateful for his help, a lot of the time he is really a good help. But sometimes he can get it's like, okay, Jackson, I know you want to help, but you can't help with this right now. And he gets so upset, like he really wants to do it. That's what I mean by a handful. And then he's very, 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 very headstrong. Like, I knew that he was gonna be like this from the time he was a baby. Like, when he wants to do something, when he wants something, he wants it. Okay, this boy knows exactly what he wants, how he wants it to be, and if you don't do it right, he wants to do it himself, because he knows how he want to do it. Like, and then the way he speaks, he is so well spoken. Like, I never talked to him in that baby goo gaga talk. I never did. I always talk to him just like I'm talking to y'all right now. And maybe that helps. But he speaks so well, and I want that to continue to carry into his childhood and his teenagehood and his adulthood, hopefully. Because he pronounces all his words. He's just, and not even the pronunciation of his words. He's just well spoken, like the way he says things, the way he asks for things, the way he, when he asks for what he wants, he doesn't say it in broken language. He says exactly what he wants, the way it amazes me. And I'm like, he's only in school twice a week. So, and he spoke like that before he started school. So, to pat myself on the shoulder, he's by far, surpassed everything that I, hope for, in a child. And I'm getting emotional. I know I'm emotional, but anyways, that's what's going on with my son. He's gonna start kindergarten next year. Unfortunately, we moved, and if you follow me on social media, we moved. And so I was like a day late, literally a day late. I called the people. They were like, "Oh, the application for pre-K ended the day before, and I was so mad. But we were like in the middle of moving, and I just, whatever. Anyway, so he's gonna stay in the preschool that he's in. They have to pay for it, that's why we wanted to put him in pre-K, because we didn't want to pay for the daycare, preschool, whatever anymore. But his preschool is pretty good, and he's happy there. So that's on the Jackson front. Jackson is wonderful. He's a wonderful kid. I could not ask for a better kid. And he's so smart and so loving and so, he's a mama's boy through and through. Like, he don't want to be with nobody but me. If he has to be with other people, if I'm not there, other people meaning the only people that watch my kid is obviously me, my husband, my mother, and his mom. That's it. That's the only people that I trust with my son. Wholeheartedly trust with my child. And I think I said that from day one. Like, I ain't trust nobody with him day one. But now those are the only 4 people that I trust with my baby is, you know. So yeah. On the me front, as y'all can see, because y'all have eyes, I've gained basically, I gained all the weight that I lost, but pre-child and then some. Y'all the best audience in the world. My YouTube audience is like the best audience in the world because y'all actually want to see the people that y'all watch. They don't just pop up on your feed. You actually have to click on the video. I shot all the way up to 309 pounds. That is the most weight that I have ever weighed in my entire life. It's 309 pounds. Why did I set this on? 309 is when I said enough is enough. I was like, something is wrong. There has to be a reason that I'm gaining so much weight so fast and I'm unable to lose it like I used to, because I tried keto again and I just couldn't. I would lose 10 pounds. I would lose 10 pounds every time I restarted to try keto again. I would lose 10 pounds and that's it. I would lose 10 pounds. And them 10 pounds I know is just water. It's just water weight. Anytime you lose 10 pounds and you do it in like 2-3 days, it's water weight. Don't let anybody tell you any different. You may feel better because you're getting rid of all that water that those carbs held on to. But it's just water weight. It may be a pound of fat, maybe. But mostly water weight. I was like, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. No matter how little I ate, no matter how much I worked out, I did almost not exactly the same routine because, you know, I have a kid now, but I kind of did similar to how I used to, you know, and it just wasn't working. I said something's wrong. So sure enough, I finally was like, I need to talk to an endocrinologist. And an endocrinologist is a doctor that specializes in hormones, you know, thyroid, diabetes, any kind of hormonal thing is endocrinologist. So I made an appointment with an endocrinologist, to my gynecologist first. That's who I spoke to, and that's who recommended the endocrinologist. My gynecologist did blood work for like endocrinology studies, and my hormones were trashed. My testosterone was up, my this was up, this was down, my DHE, all my hormones were out of whack. And I knew it. I knew this had to be something. And if y'all don't know, especially with women, mainly with women, our hormones play a huge role in not just our brains and how we think and stuff like that, but our development, the way we lose weight, the way we gain weight, especially the thyroid hormone. It plays a big role in that. And I was very insulin resistant. That's also hormones. So basically and then I went to the endocrinologist. They did their own set of blood work and it showed the same thing. So there was really no way for me. That was the reason why I wasn't losing weight the same way that I tried it before. And in order for me to lose the weight the same way, I would have to go on literally a crash diet, and that's not sustainable. And I would gain the weight immediately back when I stopped, and I got to whatever weight that I wanted to get to. So I said something's got to give, because I can't. At that point, I can't do it on my own. I can't do it on my own. I tried, and y'all know that I could do it because I lost 65 pounds on my own before. So it's like, and doing the same thing. So it's like I knew it wasn't me. On top of that, I am a night shift nurse. So working night shift can destroy your body as well. I don't plan on doing this full time. When my son goes to start school, I'm going daytime. I'm going day shift. All right, I had to change settings, whatever, because apparently the sun was cooking my phone and it was telling me the temperature was too high, so it cut me off. But anyways, I think the last thing I said was I am going to day shift once. Excuse my voice, y'all. I'm got something. But yeah, once Jackson starts kindergarten, I'm going to day shift. So there's that. Anywho, so basically my hormones out of whack. And so I was like, well, there's something's got to give. Something's got to give. My hemoglobin A1C, which is your sugar, was going up as well. My sugar had, my A1C had never been higher than 5.7 ever. And even that was going up. I think my highest was 6.0. Now that's still pre-diabetic, but I had only ever, so normal A1C is I think like 4.6 to 5.6 or something like that, or 5.5, 4.6 to 5.6, something like that. And my hemoglobin A1C had only ever been 5.7 in my whole life that I know of. And so it was creeping up, and it had gotten into 6.0. And that's also when I was like, yeah, no, this ain't working. Something's got to give. And then again, I was gaining so much weight. Something I said I would never do was go on medication to help me lose weight. I had never done it. I never tried a weight loss pill. I never tried nothing. I always did it myself, and it always worked. But it wasn't working. So I said, I don't know what else to do. I don't know what to do. I prayed on it. She's my shirt too, y'all. Lord have mercy. I prayed on it, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna bite the bullet. So she asked me if I wanted to go on not Ozempic, what am I on? Zepbound. Apparently Zepbound is a trizepatide. It's basically there's Mounjaro and there's Zepbound. Mounjaro are for people who are diabetic, like severely diabetic, and then the Zepbound is for non-diabetic people. Apparently Zepbound is much better than what is it called, Wegovy and Ozempic. Wegovy is for the diabetics, and Ozempic is for people who just want to lose weight. And then the Mounjaro and that's the semaglutide. A trizepatide is different, that's where you have the Mounjaro and the Zepbound. So I wanted to go with the trizepatide because I heard too many bad things about the semaglutide. And plus the trizepatide is much better too, as far as it works on the GLP-1 and the GIP. I did my research on what those were. Don't ask me what it is now because I can't remember. If you ask me in the comments, I'll probably be able to look it up and tell you then. So if you want to know what the difference is, let me know in the comments. But long story short, I'm on Zepbound, okay? And it has worked tremendously. I am doing what I tried to do before on my own that did not work, and I'm doing it now, and it works for me. I don't know what it's doing to my hormones, but it's working. I don't break out as much. I'm not bloated. I feel fine. I have zero side effects. And to be honest, I think the reason why I have zero side effects is because I'm using it for its intended purposes. Now, a lot of people only try to go on the shot because they don't want to work out. They don't want to eat healthy. They just don't want to, they don't want to. And I feel like that's a cop out. I feel like that's a cop out, and that's just lazy. It's just laziness. I went on this medication because I tried to do it on my own again and couldn't. And I knew I could, and I knew what to do because I've done it before, as y'all know from my previous videos. But it just was not working. It wasn't working. And I'm desperate because once I passed the 300 mark, I was like, what is wrong with me? I was like, something's wrong. And it was. And so I feel like, that I was diagnosed with PCOS, I had all the symptoms, all the hormonal changes, everything pointed to PCOS. So PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome. The signs and symptoms are, it's very hard to lose weight. You're insulin resistant. Some people get hirsutism, which is where you like grow all the hair and stuff like that. I don't have that, but I do have the really bad acne, because the hormonal acne in here, as y'all can see, all that acne up in here. Because I'm clear up here. I have zero acne. If you look at me like this, you would think I have no acne. None. This is hormonal. I hate it. It's been like this my whole life. I hate it, but it is what it is. So yes, so I have all the symptoms. Only thing is I don't have the ovarian cysts. Thank you, Jesus. But I do get like little pop-up cysts every now and then, and they all happen in the hormonal regions. Okay. But I don't have it as bad as it could be. I feel like the reason why I don't have any symptoms, I have zero symptoms, is because I'm using it the way it is intended to. It's doing what it's supposed to do for my body. So because I actually have a reason for it. I don't have any of the constipation. I don't have the nausea, the vomiting, the stomach cramps. I don't have any of the symptoms. None of them. And I thank God for that. I have lost since I've been on it. So I started it October. And we are now in April. Or May, actually. Today's May 5th, 4th, 6th. Anyways, so I've been on it since October, November, December, January, February, March, April. For 6 months now. And I've lost 32 pounds. I lost 32 pounds. I went from 309, and as of the scale this morning, I was 76 pounds. 76 pounds. No, 276 pounds. 276.4 pounds to be exact. So 33 pounds. 33 pounds. I lost 33 pounds. As of this morning. So, and that's in 6 months. So the weight is coming off gradually. It's coming up gradually. And I feel better than I felt in a long time. I haven't been 276 since I started realizing I'm going back up in my weight. I haven't been 276 in like 2 years. So it is what it is. I don't know who feels like, if you feel like it's if you feel like doing the shot is a cop out, say what you want. I'm doing what I got to do for me, for my health. You're not living in my body, and I'm not living in yours. What you do for you is I am more power to you. But what I know is, if y'all know me, y'all know that I know what I'm doing, and I know how to do it clearly. But this time, after I had my son, my body it's not the same pre-kid. It's just not. And I tried, and it didn't work. So I had to do what I had to do for me. I don't plan on being on this medication forever, but I want to get back to healthy. I want to get back to what I know. I want to get back to where I was before. And then obviously I plan on stopping taking the medication, and so because then my body will be in a state where I can maintain it on my own, because I know the tools to do so. But I need a little bit of help right now, and so that's what I'm doing, and it is what it is. Period. Okay. But for those who understand where I'm coming from and are struggling as well on whether to do it or not, I'm not your doctor. I can't tell you what to do. What I do know is it's working for me, because I'm using it for its intended purposes. I'm not using it just because I don't feel like working out, or I don't feel like eating right, or I don't feel like, no, I'm doing it because my health literally was declining because of the state that it was in. So with that being said, I'm on Zepbound, and it's working for me. It's doing the damn thing, and I ain't mad at it. Okay. I started at 2.5 because that's where you have to start. Excuse me. That's where you have to start to get your body, to get it in your system. You have to start at 2.5. 2.5 milligrams did absolutely nothing for me. I didn't feel no different. My appetite was still there. I was still eating everything. 5 milligrams. So you stay on the 2.5 for a month, 4 weeks. You get 4 shots in each pack. My insurance covers it because, again, I am using it for its intended purposes. I have PCOS. I went to an endocrinologist. I got blood work and everything. I looked at the bill that they bill in my insurance. It's like $1,400. I only paid $35 after insurance. Thank God. Yeah, so 2.5 milligrams is what you start off with to get it in your system, to get your body used to the medication. And then you bump up to the next month, you can bump up to 5 milligrams. If 2.5 milligrams is doing something for you, you stay there until it's not. But it wasn't doing anything for me. So I did 2.5 milligrams for a month, and then I bumped it right up to 5 milligrams after that. The 5 milligrams is when I started to notice the appetite suppression, the longer hunger. I wasn't hungry as often as I was before. I stayed satiated, and then when I was hungry and I did eat, I couldn't eat a lot. It's basically like getting it's like getting gastric bypass without the gastric bypass. Like, you feel satiated so quickly, and you be mad because the food still look good, but you be full. You don't want no more. The satiation, is that a word? Satiation? The satiety stays for longer, and it comes fast. Pause. So, yeah, there's that. And so I stayed on 5 milligrams, I think, for like, I was on 5 milligrams for 2 months because it was working. And then the third month, towards the end of the second month is when I was like, okay, my hunger is starting to come back. And it's starting to come back again. And so I was like, okay, I need to bump up to 7.5 milligrams. But when I tried to bump up to 7.5 milligrams, I think it was the start of the new year. And my insurance had to redo prior authorizations and yada, yada, yada. So I actually was off it for like 6 or 7 weeks because of the prior authorization that had to go through, with my insurance. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, what am I going to do? And my hunger and my, like, the hunger pains and everything started to come back full force again. And I was like, dang, I really need this medication. Because I couldn't do it on my own. Like, it just wasn't happening on my own. So everything started to come back, and I was like, okay, yeah, I do need this medication. But once I got back on it, I couldn't just jump from being on nothing for 6 to 7 weeks to go into a whole new 7.5 milligrams. So I asked him to just put me back down to 5 milligrams again. So I stayed on 5 milligrams for another month. And then the next month is when I bumped up to 7.5 milligrams. And I'm good. Like, I'm really good on 7.5 milligrams. Like, I don't plan on moving. Because sometimes I forget that I didn't eat today. I eat for like, I maybe eat one bite of something. Or like, I can barely get through food. And then I'm not hungry anymore. And I have to remember that, did you eat today? And so 7.5, I think I'm staying on there for a while because I was on it for a month. This is my second month. I'm actually on my third shot. Like, today, I think I have to take my shot. My third shot for the second month, and I'm going to stay on 7.5 milligrams. I'm good right now. So yeah, so that's what's going on with me as far as that is concerned. And I feel better about myself. I'm doing more with myself, because for a long time in the first year or two, I lost myself real bad. I looked a hot stinking mess. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna put some pictures up of what I looked like. I'm gonna put some pictures up on what I looked like the first year of my son's life, because I was a shell of myself. A shell of myself. I didn't do my hair anymore. I didn't put on makeup. I didn't get dressed. Matter of fact, I cut my hair off. I think 6 months. When he turned 6 months, I was so stressed. I didn't even want to do my own hair. I just felt like I didn't have time. Like, that's just something I just didn't have time for. The anxiety that I had of just existing was just, it was bad. It was real bad. So I shaved my hair. I had a Britney moment. I understand what I had a Britney moment. I just cut all my hair off and asked my husband to shave it off. Just shave it off. I don't want to deal with it. It's just one thing I had control of that I did not want to deal with. So I shaved it off. And now, it's flourishing now, it's doing its thing, but I shaved my hair off. I was like, if there's something I could do to just take one thing off my plate, just take the hair off. Because I had a newborn and I had to go back to work 9 weeks after he's born, because I just started my job not that long ago, so I didn't have that FMLA. That's a whole nother thing. Like, the United States needs to do better with that. I had 9 weeks off. 9 stinking weeks. My baby was 9 weeks old when I went back to work. That's insane. Insane. So I think that had a lot to do with my mental health as well. The fact that I felt like I was abandoning my child, but I had to go back to work. It just is what it is. It was what it was. Y'all, I have 4 years worth of stuff to talk to y'all about. I think what I'm going to do is just break things down into segments. But I just wanted y'all to, just to catch y'all up on what's been going on, what happened, where I've been for 4 years. Because goodness, I looked at the last video, it's 4 years old. Oh, well, almost, because he'll be 4 in July. But you know what I mean. It's been a minute. But life is good now. Life is really good now. I'm gonna have to break it up into, like, little things, and we'll get caught up eventually. Oh, the other thing, y'all, I found my dad. He was never lost. But I found my dad and my sisters. My dad, he never left where he was at. He was there the whole time. I don't know what happened. That's a whole nother y'all got so much to tell y'all. I found my dad after not speaking to him for 20 years. My sisters that I never met my whole life. We went on a trip in last April. We went on a trip. It was one of the best trips I've ever been on in my entire life, because it was with my sisters, my blood. We share the same DNA. Sisters. I've never had sisters in my entire life. Well, obviously I had sisters, but I didn't know them. But when I got back in contact with my dad is when I got back in contact with my sisters. Well, got in contact with my sisters. My one sister, I met her when I was 7. It was on my 7th birthday. It's the first time I ever met her. And I hadn't seen her since. So, yeah. That's a whole nother story time. I got so much stuff to tell y'all. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for still being here. Like, I lost some followers, or I lost some subscribers, but the majority of y'all are still here, and I thank y'all so much for your loyalty. Yeah, I got so much to share. I got so much stuff to share. So much to talk about. So much. I'm gonna give y'all a house tour. Like, y'all, I love y'all. I love y'all so much. I thank you for still being here. I thank you for watching this video. I know it's probably long. Try to do the best I can to sum it all up. But I'm about to go to Costco and get some stuff for the house. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and do all the things that YouTube provides. I haven't said that in so long. And stay tuned for shorts too, because I like doing the little shorts, because it gives y'all a little bit of something without me having to post a whole video. But yeah, I love y'all, and thank y'all for being here, and have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. I love y'all.